Ooh, that was ugly. What's happening, y'all? Willie here, good old wanna go fishing. I have been asked on a couple of occasions by a couple different people about the Walmart Ozark Trail OTX fishing rods. And I did buy a couple, and I made mention that I bought a couple, and those couple people asked me why I haven't reviewed those rods yet. Well, they've been out for a little while. I never really did a review on them. I used them and I didn't have any problem with them, but I never really gave an actual review or what I think. And then when I say review, for me it's not really a review, it's personal opinion, how I feel and how it works for me. So what we're going to do is we are going to go out to the lake. I've got 3 Ozark Trail rods, OTXs, 2 casting rods and 1 spinning rod, ultralight spinning rod. You're falling over. Now on the 1 spinning rod, it's an ultralight. I have a PCFin ICX5 with a 4-pound test on it. That'll do fine for that. I also, on the 2 casting rods, I have the Formula by Bass Pro Shops Baitcaster. Yes, I know, I'm not a baitcaster guy. So in order to cover that, just in case, on the other rod I have an Abu Garcia Abomatic 170. So in case I backlash that Formula big enough for an eagle to lay eggs in, I have a backup that will allow me to use the rod still and be able to give you an honest review or opinion of the rod. We also were under a tornado watch, dang near the entire state of Virginia. So this video could be really exciting, providing they ever find the footage or me. But anyway, hold on to your hats. We're going to try out the Walmart Ozark Trail OTX rod. Let's go see what they do. Oh yeah, that's very purple and nasty looking over there. When I left my house, it was so sunny. Oh well, it is what it is. Don't you fall on me. Okay, the storm is upon us. We are going to try our best to catch something before we either get hit by lightning or the rain gets here, because they are talking about it being bad. But the fish, they like it when it's bad. What are we going to try first? How about we give this one the shot first. OTX, Ozark Trail, 4 to 8 pound line. This is a light action, of course, just a light action, 5'6". Got us a little grub on there, and if we catch something with it, we're going to switch to the next rod. I don't know if you can see that sky out there, but tell you what, it ain't pretty. Something just happened and I don't know what. Let's reel that back in because something went south on me. Oh no, there's a big knot in the line. Geesh, not now. I don't have time for that. There is no time for this nonsense. Okay, we're just gonna have to cut that and retie if we can. I just can't believe that. It absolutely drives me out of my mind. Okay, now this rod is going to be a 6'8", 6 to 12 weight, and the action is medium. And I got the old Abomatic on there, 170. Now what I'm using is, this is a little crawdad looking thing that's made by Trout Magnet on a 1/32 lightning trout magnet jig. You have to excuse me if I pause slightly to make sure that I don't get struck. Now see here, I got grass on the line. I don't have time. I don't have time for cleaning the hook on every cast, people. I just don't. We're trying to beat the clock here. Now I'm gonna tell you one thing that I don't like. I'm gonna tell you one thing about the rods that I don't like right now. Okay, one, it has a cork handle, okay? I really prefer the cork handles come all the way to the end if they're going to do it. I don't really care for it stopping where it does, because with this particular rod, you're grabbing it back here to hit the button. So I don't really care for that. And I like two-handing it, and I don't like not having anything there to grab onto. That's just one thing. The other thing I don't like, people, stop putting the hook keepers down here. Put them up here, okay? Because this is where we put our hands to walk and carry the rod. Terrible place. And here comes the wind. We may be up, and here comes the rain. Well, and we are covering grass again. So let's just put this thing down, come over here. This rod I believe is the same. It is, it's 6'8", 6 to 12 pound. This has got the Bass Pro Shops formula with what they call a crawler by Zoom. It is raining like crazy now. I'm going to try not to backlash this thing. Okay, didn't backlash it. Let's see if we can get us a bass here. Oh, oh, there we go. There we go. Well, that's something. That is something. How does this rod feel? It sets the hook great. I don't have any problem with the entire rod itself. I don't. I just don't like the handle. It is not something that feels comfortable in my hand. So really, to be honest with you, for this, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. The rod, I really enjoy the rod. This part of the rod I like. The cork is not the greatest cork in the world. It's okay holding it right here, but I'm not digging the taper too much. And when I got it like this, it's fine. Setting the hook and all that, you're perfectly fine. Oh, we got another bite. Oh, and I jerked that out of his mouth. God, that was way out there too. I think he got my worm. June bug, swamp crawler. That's what I'm using. I'm getting a little bit better with this whole bait casting thing. So like this, when you're twitching a worm, or I imagine if you were pulling a crankbait or buzz bait across the water, it wouldn't be bad. I just don't like the way it feels when I'm, oh, there we go. What? Okay, we got another one. Man, I hooked that one good. If there had been a fish next to him, I think I'd have got him too. You ever noticed it's the days that you don't have time for silliness? There we go. He's a little fella, but yeah, needless to say, we caught him. So setting the hook, no problem. It feels comfortable. Don't have a problem with it. Again, this is a very comfortable feel right here. Cork is a little cheesy. And it's a $35 rod, so we can't expect a whole lot. But to be honest with you, I would almost want it to be a little cheaper than that. I want it to be more in the $29 range. Storm's been gotten behind me now, or it's going around me, one or the other. No, it's still in front of me. So basically, I guess what I'm getting at is the action of the rod is okay. I like the action of the rod. Not a huge fan of the way the grip is. Rain's starting to come back again. And that storm is coming from behind me now. Clouds were coming from the side, now they're coming from behind me. That's not a good thing, especially when there's a tornado watch. Oh, I jerked that out of his mouth. He hit 2 times really hard too. I thought he had a hold of that. Hung on something there. Well, I probably lost whatever that is. Broke my hook and worm off my leader. Okay, let's try to get this thing tied back up again. Oh, we got another nice knot in the line. Starting to get a little bit aggravated with that. Yep, there it is. Right there. And here's usually what happens when that happens. There you go. You know what we could do? Let's just not do this. Let's put a worm on. I know it's only a 4-pound line, but we'll wacky rig it or something. Now this reel's got one more chance. It plays the game with me again this time, and we're done. Man, that went really far. If I do hook something out there, I'll probably never get it in. 28% on the battery. If my wife knew I was out here doing this, she'd be mad, 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 mad. We're only going to have a few more tries left in us, people. It is only 6 o'clock, but looks like it's 8 o'clock. Yep, the ugly is coming. Ooh. That was ugly. Yeah, that's right on top of us. It is time for me to move along. Yep, let's get cleaned up and get on. Folks, you ain't gonna believe that. You ain't gonna believe it. Oh my, I don't believe it. That is a huge fish. Oh my gosh, and he's trying his best to get off. Holy mackerel, I hope y'all see that. Come on here, big boy. Come on here, big boy. Come on up here. That's 4-pound line, people. 4-pound line and a 3-pound fish. Oh, oh my goodness. Whoa, that's making me almost want to cry is what that's doing, because that was my last cast. I was done. That bolt of lightning and I was finished. Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna tell you, that rod handled that really well. Oh, he's got that clean down in his tongue. He won't coming off. Man, what a fish. That's great. Whew, okay. Let's get him back in the water. He's bleeding. That was in his tongue pretty good. What a nice fish. All right, thank you, fish. You made my day. Oh, geez. That was a good one. I'm releasing during the craziness. Go on, big boy. Go on. Get on out of here. And I am getting out of here too. Let me get this off here. Well, bear with that. And that's better. Okay, yes, there's a terrible storm upon us. Just caught about a 2.5 pounder on 4-pound line on a light OTX Ozark Trail rod. We'll do some talking on the way back, because I got to get out of this before I get hit by lightning. So I'm beeping, and it's because I don't have my seatbelt on. One of those things that the Subaru people thought that would, you know, annoy you enough to make you put it on. So yes, it's raining. Don't know if you could see me or not. I opened up the part of the sunroof where you can partially see me. Man, that was something. I just spent the last 10 minutes running around like a crazy person trying to get all my stuff out of the rain. It really started coming down. And whew, but man, what an exciting, like, last minute and a half of fishing. I mean, I was pretty much done. That was it. That one bolt of lightning said, hey, time for me to get off the water before I get killed. And then all of a sudden it felt like a hung a log. And man, when I realized that I had a fish, woo, man, 4-pound line, light 5'6" Ozark Trail OTX rod, and a, what was that? The PC Fin ICX5 spinning reel. Now I'm hoping y'all can see me. I don't know if you can or not. If I take my hat off, I'm gonna look terrible. But I'm just gonna do it because y'all, we're all family now anyway. And you can't really wear a cowboy hat in a Subaru. It's just something about that. So what do I like about the rods? The action of the rod is great. And I mean that. I mean, it's great. It actually feels good. It sets the hook well, has just the right amount of flex and bend to it. Both rods, that spinning rod or casting rod, didn't catch anything with the Abomatic, unfortunately, but that's okay. It's the same rod, and I was doing well with the formula from Bass Pro Shops Baitcaster, so I really didn't worry about changing. Personal opinion, love the action of the rod, love the way it sets hook, love the way it casts, has a good feel to it. I'm not a fan of the cork. It's kind of cheesy. Almost feels like, I don't know, I can't even explain what it really feels like. Almost like holding a not very sticky Rice Krispie treat in your hand, if you understand what I'm going with there. So for the Baitcaster, they should have left the cork a little bit longer with a little less taper, and I would have liked it more. For using the spinning reel, it was fine, totally fine. You don't even pay attention to it because most of the time your hand is up there in the center section between the cork anyway. So for me, if I were to do it all over again, the bait casting rod probably would just have one, and I probably would have two maybe of the spinning rods, because you can get one in light, ultralight, whatever you want. But I've got so many rods. It's this is just a good rod for me to be able to put a reel on, throw it in the back of the car here, and buzz on up the road, which is what we did. You know, of course, I had to lay the seats down and all of that. It's not like a truck where you just poof and it's in the back and you go on. Other than that, man, what a great time. And I can't remember how many we caught. 4, maybe? 3 or 4. My wife's texting me. She's worried I've been hit by lightning, but I'm okay. So anyway, I like them. They're good. They're $35 at Walmart. I would like to see them more in the $29 range. I think 29 to 31 maybe. I think 35 is pushing the limit just a little bit, but it's an IM7 graphite. You know, are the eyelets all that great? Probably not great. They're okay. I'm not even sure what they are, what they're made of. Sorry, I wish I could tell you that, but I don't know. I didn't read the little ticket, the little card on it. Anyway, man, this was fun. I enjoyed this, even in the rain. I love fishing in storms like this. Well, not like this. This was a little bit overkill when it comes to the lightning and thunder. But I love fishing just before a storm. I usually do my best before a storm on a cloudy day. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope that's a good enough review for you. I think it's worthy of being bought, and I think you would use it probably a pretty long time, either rod that you buy. I like the spinning rod better than the casting rod. Remember now, folks, this is all personal opinion. Me not being the bait caster that maybe some of you guys are, you know, you might find it a little bit better than what I'm thinking it is. But it works really well with that formula reel that I got from Bass Pro Shops. So all in all, I caught fish with it, and I could survive and use them and be okay. Are there other ones I'd rather use? Yes, but those work out just fine. They're just fine. For 35 bucks, you know, they're fine. Anyway, thank you guys. I'm going home and eat some dinner and get a shower. Smell like a fish. Why did I do that? Just sit right there and say I smell like fish.